What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys enjoying your day so far. We're coming at you guys with the mystery tackle box that we have mentioned before. That's the reason why. Hi, Sam's right here. That's the reason why Joe is on that side. I'm going to be handing Joe the stuff out of the tackle box. I have a list right here of everything that's inside the tackle box. He's going to be telling you guys what he thinks of not only the product, but ways that you could use it, what fish it'll be best for with all the knowledge he knows. He'll also be guessing the price, which I do have prices here. And we'll see how close he is. And if you guys do enjoy this video, he said that he is down to do some more videos of this. And if he does venture off into his own channel, he'll bring you guys some more stuff about this. Let's raise this up slightly. I'm just not used to this angle. There we go. All right. So, do you want me to hand it to you, or do you want to just like kind of... Okay.
Just start it off like that because it's easier. And I'm going to have to read it because I don't know if you again do something.
All right. So, first thing in this, I'm going to be kind of out. Joe, kind of center yourself a little more. Joe will not be seeing any items until I pull it out at him. So, I'm not trying to focus on me. Don't focus on me. Focus on what he's saying. Joe, prepare to have yourself your first video. Being focused on the first product out of here is, the good thing about this is I could see what's going on first. Ooh. Show it to them and then let them know. Here, scoot all the way in. I'll just be off to the side.
Well, this is a, it's called a Freedom jig.
Get here. Move that. Shut the screen off.
How do you shut the screen off?
Top.
Now, I'm pretty sure this is... You could use this in totally different ways. This is actually better for I forgot what they're called exactly. These are used mainly for like trailers. You can have a trailing hook too, so you can set it up so it's easier to catch fish. You can do a lot technically with the jig. Most jigs are used in a lot of locations around the technically U.S. and you have a keen chance of catching stuff if you're actually using these. I wouldn't actually know the brand, so I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't know how much it would be. I would guess it would be like $6 to $8.
6 to 8.
Yeah.
Kind of close. You wanted to give one more guess, and then I'll tell you the full price.
Just gonna say 9.
9?
No. Is it less?
It'll be $5.
Okay, so
from what I've seen, it's between $4.50 and $5. I do want to mention real quick, you guys, a lot of this stuff that is in here is sold out. You can't find these in the stores anymore. You can only find them on eBay. So the stuff on eBay has them up to like $20 for some of these items when they're really less than 10.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Alright, next item up.
See, jigs are honestly like my least favorite to use when it comes to fishing. They're just harder to use, but you can do that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys this, and then Joe.
Well, this technically is what the trailer is for the jig. These are... I'm pretty sure not that expensive. These are probably like $4 to $5, which all you do is how the hook is set. You put the trailer onto this the hook, and then when you're fishing it, the plastic part of like the claws, because I'm pretty sure this is a yeah, it's a claws. They in the water they bounce up and down, so it makes it where it's more keen for the bass to attack it.
Sorry, I'm trying to make him more centered, you guys. This is his video. I don't know shit about fishing. What's going on here.
So yeah, technically these two baits go together. Was that right in the price?
$4?
Yeah. Yeah, so those are not expensive, but they're actually good to have, especially with the football jig.
Got some of these.
All those are from China. I wouldn't know anything about. Well, I mean, are these Japan? No, these are Chinese. Whew. Well, these are swimming baits, but 5 inches. These are bigger than normal. Yeah, usually you just throw on a well, you can do a weightless one. Yeah, because these are pretty weighted, so I would say weightless hook. But I don't know if you really catch anything out here as much.
Where would you go to catch fish with those?
I mean, you can go to like rivers, you can go anything with, but you have to make sure
But
it's
it's
anything
cooler
with bass.
or
No, these are moving baits. So my most moving baits you want to be inside of more hot water.
So hot water, do you need to be running or it's like still like a lake?
The jig, well, it could be both. The jig is mainly used for like when it's cooler, so you can be able to more finesse your way.
Okay.
These are moving baits, so you're able to just cast out anywhere and bring it in, so it wakes the water. It moves more like a fish. You can catch a lot with these usually, but out here it's not really. I wouldn't know the price on this because.
What is that one?
The realist Boo Star wake. I would say
The dual realist.
Yeah. I would guess $7, $8.
$7.50. Not too bad.
Because these are bigger than normal. That's the only reason why I thought that. And plus, it's from China. So that means usually the price goes up, anyways. Oh no, it might be Japan.
It might be Japan. I'm not sure, to be honest. When I was looking them up, I wasn't quite sure. Here's the next one.
These are my favorite to fish with, actually. Depending, is this deep diving? Yeah, well, technically it isn't deep diving, but it's still a diving crankbait. And these crankbaits are actually one of the best when it comes out here in California, especially during. You can catch fish anytime, even if it's cold out in the water. Most of the time, this is another moving bait, so most of the time you want to have warmer water, but you can do it anytime. I've caught fish when it was completely cold out with a crankbait. The coloring for this crankbait is actually a color that, but it's just a white pearl, which I actually like it. It represents crappie, but we don't really have crappie out here though. These are more better for like northern fishing.
So further up north where it's more colder?
Yeah, up north or southern can work too, especially with this color, but usually any of it works. I mean, this color works for anything because it's meant for like dirty water, so it pops out more.
Okay. What do you think the price is on that?
This is the one I would think is slightly more money, like, well, let's say the same, like $8, $9.
No.
Is it less?
Yeah. One more chance.
$6.
Close enough. 5. So not too bad. I mean, you're kind of like around the ballpark, and like I said, there's a lot of these that are sold out in stores.
Yeah.
So you're gonna spend more money than normal for this. But luckily, we spent $55 for this box, and with the product we're getting, that's not bad.
So far it's actually not bad because again, that can easily catch fish.
Yeah.
That's gonna be harder. This can easily catch fish.
Okay. All right. So the next one we have up are these little. It's Westons. Some little fishies.
Yeah, these are imitating perch. We do have perch out here, so this would actually work. I just don't know
how well.
How well, yeah. Well, they're actually they're good size for most fishing out here. And I like how they have the. If I can't really think you see it, but the white tail. When under any type of water, the white tail pops out the most, especially when it's waking. I feel like this would actually be one of the easiest so far to catch fish, other than the crankbait. The design on it actually is really good too. I can tell that. I don't know this.
Well, if you have to just open it up real quick, show them what one of them looks like. You're free to do whatever you want with these. These are basically going to be yours. So when you go to fish, you could use anything that's inside from this tackle box. So you just show them what you're doing with them.
Oh, they're not scented, but yeah, the design on the sides of it you can see is pretty. Oh. The design on it, okay, so they have like the yellow bottom body, and then they have the top parts that is all dark with the lines through it. Most of the baits like this actually can catch a lot, but I wish it was scented.
I mean, that's what the fish spray and everything's for. Flip it around it, or
no, this one's like that way.
oh, that's stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to place it back where it doesn't fall.
You could put them on the bottom, and then slap it on top.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Just that way, it's a little easier on you. Okay, so which one's that one? The Weston.
Weston's, yeah.
Did you guess the price yet?
No, I would think because there's only 3 of them. I would think it's like $6, $5.
You're right on the money with the 6.
There
you go. He got one dead on so far. I'm gonna bring out some of the stuff. This right here is a tips on how you could rig up some stuff as well as different ties inside. Joe, I don't know if there's it has like a kind of like a quiz on the back, and then on the inside it has I think 2 knots that you could try out.
Yeah,
no, that's one knot, and then it's
the polymer knot, and the polymer knot. This is one of the main knots that most people use. Okay. It's one of the easiest knots to do, especially, and it's one of the strongest knots to do. For
those who don't know what a polymer knot is, show them and kind of explain what's going on in each little category, if they could see that.
I don't know if they can.
Yeah, fold it. Just fold it real quick. Fold it where you could sit there, see it's all good. We're like I said, we're not giving these away, and this is all your stuff, so you gotta be afraid to fold right where it needs to be folded it.
You can see it. So the difference of like most of the polymer knots, it's hard to explain, but the polymer knot is where you get the double layer of the same I don't know how to explain it the best way. Because I know you double layer it when you're going through the hook, because when you double layer it, it makes it literally the strongest it can. So if big as the bass catches it, the harder for it to break off on the other knots. Compared to other knots, I should say. Which on number two you can see if you can barely see it, but it's double layered, and then they slowly just feed it back through all to the hook until it connects completely. And it actually is one of like my favorite knots that I wish I knew better.
Okay, and that's just like a little quick tip, little design. Here's a sticker that's inside of it. Guess tap. I'm just playing. You don't got. There's no price on that.
Catch code, and this is their branding for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time, well, this is actually a cool design.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Throw it on the PlayStation or your PC.
I'm gonna do it on PC because I'm waiting on it though. Okay,
next up. Again, if Joe would like to open it up and show you, he's welcome to.
Now this, I am, because I'm gonna be throwing all this stuff away. This one is a jerkbait, which I could already tell you that this can easily catch fish, especially out here. I've caught many fish on these type of things, and I'm pretty sure it's I think it's a rattler, because they have the.
That's the Strike Pro Beakster.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's tournament graded.
Yeah, the coloring of it on the top is actually good, but I've never seen the ones that are usually clear. They have clear. It's a clear body, so you can see mainly inside of it. But I don't know if it has certain things to do.
I think it's to trick the fish.
I don't know.
Into thinking it's like something smaller, you know?
Maybe. I think it's cool though. Like I could tell you can easily catch fish. Most jerk baits are what I use actually to fish. Which I could tell you that this is graded. I don't know how much this would be. This is gonna be the hard one.
That right there is the most expensive item in here.
So then because I would say most jerk baits, especially since the size, are usually up there in price. So I would guess between 10 to 12. Maybe 13. I'm pretty sure it would be a higher end.
It's up. It was about 11.
Oh, okay.
It's $11. I think it was $10.99 when I was searching.
Yeah, because these are usually the things that I like to fish with are moving baits. Because out here it's way easier to catch them on that.
Next up, we got this little thing right here. What we're gonna do with the last little bit. I'll give it to you and you show them. I know it's kind of hard to do with the glare.
With these, it's a moving bait again. This head is a jig head. They usually it's weighted. I don't know if they have a weighted hook. I don't think it is. No, these are usually good for weighted hooks, stuff like that. And then when it comes to this, it's a trailer. So in the bottom, especially on murky water, that's the only thing you can see in the water. It makes it pretty much just bright and will help you have more, be more keen to catching fish. And plus, I'm pretty sure if that breaks off in the future, you can throw a hook onto it to get a double hook, which would make it easier to catch fish in the future.
What kind of waters would be good to use that in?
Mainly, I would say normal lakes and stuff like that, but you can technically get away with fishing this inside of more like rivers and smaller areas for smaller fish.
Okay.
It just depends on what really would bite with this type of bait. And this one I would guess to be like, I'd say 6 to 8. I would say more or less.
Slightly higher. Not by much.
9?
Yeah. It's $9 for that one.
Why? I don't know why it would be that.
I think it's just the brand. Yeah, when you come down to it, it's the brand or whatever.
Because especially with only one bait, $9. I mean, it's not bad though. These are another Shad representation. These are kind of like the same as these, the white one. I would actually fish with these more actually because the white pearl is harder to catch fish with out here during my time. These are actually, I think they're bigger sized. No, they're smaller. So these are smaller. These are going to be better for fitting on a hook. And I'm pretty sure if you can't make it fit, you can cut it down from the ripples to be able to actually even throw it onto it like the jig. So you can technically put these two together and make it easier to catch fish. Just different ways that you can mess with things. These are going to be around the same prices. I think this. So I'd say $8, $9.
Which one is that? That's
this one, Shad, Swing Shad, the EO Pro Tungsten.
What is it? East Pro Tungsten Eco. Was that one? Oh, it was at the bottom. How much do you think it is?
I was thinking like $8, $9.
A little less.
Really?
Yeah. The tungsten one is $4.
I'm surprised. Because usually they have them like that price.
No, not too bad.
No, actually that's affordable. That's usually the one that you want to go for, especially if you're on a budget. Because this is a really good actual bait to catch fish with. And these are the blue-red pearl, so it's supposed to push out more. These also have more imitation when it comes to movement, because how they have it built. It's more slim.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah. What is this? I mean, now we could show this the hook floater out. I don't really know what this is much. I just know they have it set up as it's weedless hook, which helps it mainly when you're trying to fish in a lot of different places, especially if it has a lot of foliage or anything in the water that could hold it. I think that's gonna be pretty expensive.
That's 13 fishing motorboat hybrid prop bait.
I'm thinking that it'll be slightly bit more. I just think that because this is what's throwing me off.
Yeah.
Honestly, because
what do you think? How much do you think it is?
I mean, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. Is guessing.
$10. I'm saying $9. It's up there. I was saying it's up there in price. I just know because most times the bigger the bait is, the more expensive. I just think it was last because of this. That looks like it's plastic and not metal.
I mean, you're welcome to open it up and check it out, dude. Like I said, this is your video. Whatever you want to do on this video, you're welcome to do.
I'll break it.
You got the scissors right there. Don't cut. Get yourself now.
Oh no, the hook's it's weedless. The hook's inside. Ooh. You see popping out. Because what you're supposed to do is technically feed it on top like this, so it's weedless, but you poke it back inside.
Okay.
But maybe actually, they made a slit for it, so that's even better. All you gotta do is pull it down, and it automatically just gets hidden, so you can't really see it because it pops up. And then when you go to set the hook, it sticks out. But this, I'm pretty sure, is plastic. Yeah, it's plastic. Which that's what threw me off, because most things that have plastic are slightly cheaper.
Now, since I mean, what is that? Is there a difference between the plastic and metal one for that, or is it just to try to bring the shine?
It's just showing for shine mainly. So they just go because I'm pretty sure that everything else on this is slightly more expensive than normal, so they try to get something cheaper. But it's pretty much just like.
So basically, like if you really wanted to, you could take like an aluminum can. If that was to break, and just put it on there with the shine.
As long as you make it fit it right, or even shine off, grind off the other side where the color is, you're able to do it. Because I've even watched YouTubers who've done that as like a
as like an
challenge
emergency type thing.
No, a challenge. Like,
okay.
Because there's people like they make homemade baits and they try it. Next. Now this is the same pretty much thing when it comes to the crankbait. This one is actually one that I would prefer because this goes a slight bit deeper. It's about the same on depth. It wobbles wider, and it can float if you take it like way slow. So this is one where you can do. It's more versatile on this bait.
That one you may have to because the color and the shine take it out. I was just realizing it when you were putting it up. I mean, my angle might be real off, but yeah, you may want to take that out just to show them because the color that they put in there doesn't make it stand out.
That's why I gotta be careful with because you got trouble.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't really see the shine. It's dark on top.
Let me see if I can open up the blinds a bit.
Yeah, in the bottom part.
There you go.
Right. Yeah, this is actually, I like these because, especially with the rattle, it's easier to be able to catch them.
There you go, try that. See if they could see a little more detail in that before you put it away. Oh yeah, much better.
Yeah. These are way easier, and this is also has a clear body, so you can actually see the rattling inside of it. Which there's no way you can get it on camera, but these are, again, my favorite when it comes to trying to catch fish.
So, what waters do you think would be best for those?
These are the ones that are more versatile. They can do everything from rivers to lakes to ponds, everything. Now,
could you use that? I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. Could you use that in the ocean?
Yeah, you can use it in the ocean depending on the scenario. Mainly if you want to fish for ocean fish, you might want to go for like the crankbait because it's wider. It's
a lot bigger.
Whatever, depending on what is out there, they are more keen to bite it because it looks like the bait fish inside inside there. It's just these are mainly you don't really want to do this in technically you mainly want to use it in rivers and for this type of brand.
That way it's easier or.
No, not that it's easier. Just because it's kind of like meant for it. Because this doesn't go as deep. Like these are more.
It's not meant to go deep like those ones.
Yeah, these are more. This is top water, so it goes on. It stays on top, which is easier, especially if you're fishing and like say up here or something. It's easier, so you can play with them. This goes a slight bit deeper, but it's gonna be harder to go deep enough to be able to catch the fish inside of most oceans.
All right.
You can get the next one.
Yeah. All right. There's 3 more stuff left. Joe, what was the brand that you really hoped that was in here?
Guggen, because I haven't been able to. Yeah, Guggen, because they're hard to get out. Yeah, I can tell you what it is. Trench Hog. The Trench Hog, this branding is by YouTubers, and I've actually been wanting to get these. This is the best when it comes to trailing and with a weightless hook. We can do it weightless, weedless hook, but you can do it weightless, or you can do it with I think it was like a bullet weight. Trench Hogs are one of the ones that I wanted to get because these are the best when it comes to fishing out here. And I'm pretty sure you can open it.
Tear it open, bruh. Come on, tear that bitch open.
I just want to get one without dropping all of them.
That's fine.
Yeah, this is way better. It's slimy because it is scented. But these, you can cut these down so you can technically throw them back onto the jig, or again use the same hook that's used in this one to throw it onto, and then be able to fish this out. This one's light, so I would most likely throw a weight onto it. And in the water, if you rip these off in the water, these go back and forth, which technically show. I don't know what they're trying to represent, but it's just easier to catch fish when it comes to that.
Okay.
And then the scent automatically being scented helps too.
How much you think that one is?
Oh, I can guess like $8.
Close.
$8-9. One of those ones. Because usually they.
7. I think there was 7, but again, some of these are harder to find.
At Walmart, this would be $8.
Yeah.
If they don't even, like, they're barely even getting these inside the Walmart out here.
That's what I'm saying. Like those were a little harder. They're a little harder to find. Like again, eBay has them, I believe, for over $10. But when I looked, it was about $7, $7 to $8 for that.
No, this, I'm telling you, this I can easily catch fish with. This is like actually one of my favorite things that we got so far. Other than, of course, like the crankbaits and jerkbait, because I needed those hard baits. But these are so easy to catch fish with. Honestly, one of the easiest, because they're meant to be able to catch fish. These YouTubers put years and years and years of pretty much research into it before they even put it out to anyone to buy.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Yep. Now the Slim Shake worm. These are the ones that where'd it go? I mean, you can technically use this type of hook, or
you can't see it.
This type of hook where it has the weight on top, or but there's another way. It kind of looks like how the jig is, where you can attach the weight on top, and if you do it right, you're able to have it where the worm shakes like up and down, especially when it's falling. So it's easier to be able to technically bring in fish, and especially if they're like bedding, this is the best to mess around when they're bedding, because they're more keen to fight these two baits.
It does say on there that it is scented as well.
Yeah,
so that means
it's
gonna have
stuffed
the
with
same
salt.
texture, right, as the other one.
Kinda. This one's gonna be it's stuffed with salt, and it has like a different texture. The texture is also what's actually good with this, because they made this made their baits more versatile, because every single little what do you call it? All the different type of textures that are on it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, you can. All the different textures are actually places where you can rip pieces off. So say that you have it's too big for the fish you're trying to catch, you can just like cut it halfway or a quarter way to be able to make it smaller and easier to catch certain fish in the area. This one's another one that you can use in lakes, ponds, rivers, preferably again any type of freshwater place. Actually, these are hard. Well, these are slightly harder to catch fish than these, but they're both extremely good because the brand. I already could tell you that it's gonna be easy to catch fish with them.
Okay.
I would say since the other one was about $8, I would say 7, 8, same.
Yeah, so $7. All right. So coming down to the last one, do you want to take a guess on what type of bait it is, or what kind of setup it is? What
is it, like the same as any of the Guggen, or is it something?
It's a Guggen. I'll tell you that it is a Guggen.
It could be either hard plastic or the hard plastics are what I'm guessing, but it could be anything actually. It's not really much that I really would say.
Say it's inside of a box.
I'd say let me see it because I don't think I would know.
Just take a guess.
It can be.
It's called Sexy Shad.
Oh, okay. So sexy shad. I know what they look like, but I don't know how to explain it. Cause I was looking at those. It could be the what do you call it? It could be the kind of like what is it? Where'd it go? It could be a jig or something along the lines of a jig usually. Somewhat, but they.
I don't know much about fishing, so I can't say yes or no. But here you go.
Oh, okay, no, these are This is another thing that's extremely easy to catch fish out here. It's a spinner bait. Most spinner baits out here are what technically used because you can use this the same way as technically the jig, and be able to throw on like these trailers onto the hook. And then you can also do a trailing hook, which I don't have the stuff for that yet. But if you get, there's like a little plastic or rubber piece that you can throw onto your hook, so you can hold another hook underneath it. And then when you fish it, that's double brightness, so it's easier to just pretty much bring in fish. And so that this is also the one that's mainly used for these are actually really good for out in Colorado. Chicago has good fishing with this. Texas is easy to fish with it. California is decent. It's mainly meant for, again, cold. These are good for colder waters and warm waters. It could be, you could change it to a moving bait or a non-moving bait, depending on how you have to fish it. This is a very versatile actual bait, and I'm pretty sure I can cut down the trench hog and be able to throw it onto this as a trailer too. So you can do different actions inside the water. It's extremely versatile. I mean, this one's probably so far like one of the favorite ones that came in.
Okay.
I would say that one's, I think, the slight bit more.
How much?
I'll say $8 because all the rest are like $7. I would say that would be the one.
Down 7.
Oh, they're all 7.
Yeah. I actually think one of these might have been 6, but I mean, it's still.
I guess it would be
roughly around the same prices.
But not bad because you can.
Not too bad. Let me get up back in here for a little bit, just so we could do like the end of the video. All right. Now,
like I said, my top baits.
Goodbye. But anyways, you guys, Joe, overall, how do you think $55 for what we just spent basically?
I mean, right now I can tell you, just having these baits, it's already pretty much worth it. There's like the 5 baits that I have in my hand are pretty much worth it. Okay. They're the easiest ones to catch and fish with, and you can do the most in this box, and pretty much bring up the box.
Okay. So out of a let's just sit there, say 1 out of 10, how do you rate? I told you that it was like $55.
Forgetting
price range, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it really wasn't that bad, you guys. If you guys really need a re-up on fishing supplies, like
they're
needs
usually
to.
The cheapest too, because they most of these baits they get for cheaper anyways. That's why they're selling it in the price they can. Most of the brands are actually going with mystery tackle box because they're able to get their brand out there more, so they could be able to be more known.
But overall, out of a 1 to 10, what do you think that this would be rated? In just your opinion?
My opinion, I would say I would rate it an 8 because there's a lot of actual bait inside of here that is actually worth getting normally. If I would go to a store, say Walmart or even Bass Pro Shop, I would be coming out with a lot of these baits actually, because they're extremely easy to catch fish with. They're well versatile and well known for catching stuff.
It's basically like, okay, so if you wanted to get some of these, it's easier to. Granted, you don't know exactly what's coming in the mystery tackle box, but it was good to do this because now you don't have to really search to 5 to 6 different stores because they may be sold out. Everything you just got in this.
Yeah, and then plus they usually set it up for your area too. If you get the Bass Mystery Tackle Box Pro, they actually if they ask you where are you coming from, and when they use your address, which is, again, we live in California, so they would use our area to be able to put baits that they think will be the easiest to catch fish in your area.
Yeah, because this box right here, you guys, squeeze in, is number 89. I don't know if the numbers really mean anything. Maybe they have
they're all different. They have
like different setups for everything. They probably look at your address and be like, okay, number 89 will be better. And then if it's like, let's say somebody from Colorado, we know maybe 85 is better for Colorado. I don't know how it works in there and how they do it. So
I just know that they do that. They have it where they help try to set up your area so it's easy to catch fish. That's why they actually gave us a lot of the swimming baits, because swimming baits out here are the easiest to catch fish. When it comes down to it.
You gotta flip this around after the video, though.
It's fine. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna take it out anyways.
Okay. Joe, for them watching, the young fishing viewer, how would you say it? For those young fishermen out there, like, from your experiences, just tell them a little bit of like what to do when you how would I go around explaining
different like
this?
tips and tricks for certain.
Yeah, just give them, like the young fishermen right now, just give them a little tip of what you have learned over the time, just something small. And then if the viewers do enjoy this video, of course, you guys leave a like so we could track if you guys are really enjoying these type of videos. Joe will be bringing you more of these videos, but yeah, for right now, just give the young viewers a little, just a tip.
All I have to say is don't be afraid to move your rod. Especially most of the baits in here, they are meant for a reaction, and if you don't move your rod, especially if you're like barely moving it, a lot of it won't move like it's supposed to.
Okay. So
especially
I know how
cold, warm areas too.
Okay.
Warm, you want to move it fast.
See, I know out here you have like a limitation. I know the same in Colorado. Last I was out there fishing, you have a limitation of how many poles you can have. What is the limitation out here?
It's
for a one single person.
It could be one. It depends on how much you want to pay, because it could be one pole only, or you can have 2 poles.
Okay, how much is the most? So if you were to pay for the 2 poles, so what you're basically is trying to give them a tip is you can leave one pole more dormant, how it's not moving,
and
then you want your second.
You want to have the one that's more dormant, you're not touching, to be more live baits or worms, stuff like that. And
so that's moving itself, and then
so you don't have to worry about it as much. And then your other poles, what you want to mainly work with a lot of these baits, so you can get the reaction, because all the fish is all about the reaction. The better of a reaction that you can get from a bass or from. Think with this, you can catch a lot of different fish. These are kind of versatile, because with a crankbait, I think you can't really see, but with the crankbait, I was able to
get a little closer, man.
With one like a crankbait, pretty much like this one, I was able to catch. I've had trout go fight it if you're able to do it right. Which trout are mainly not supposed to be going for that. They go for like. Well, worms, they go the power bait, and a lot of like other things. So it's kind of weird when you see a trout chasing the moving bait. At least you know you're doing it right. You're getting more reaction out of it.
Okay, cool. All right, so right there, you guys, that's a little tip from Joe on all your fishing needs once. And if you're ever going out there, if you are watching this video and you are just happen to be a youngster getting into the fishing game, there you go. Again, Joe, I know we've talked about trying to get your own channel together. Maybe next year we'll get that started up once this channel builds up a little more. Right now I think we're sitting at 62 subscribers now. So not too bad. I still want to try to hit 100 by the end of this year. So with that being said, you guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much if you've watched this entire video. If you did, again, leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video. Before we go, don't let this world bring you down, so stay safe, stay positive, and we'll see you later. I told you.